Hey guys, this is Comic Trash, the podcast. This is episode number 13. Tonight I am, as always, joined by Tessa Viole and Andrew Buck. What's up, guys?
Not much. How are you?
Good. Thanks
Lucky
for joining.
episode number 13.
Yeah, God. If anything could go more wrong than it's gone in the past, then I don't know what else there is. I mean, no, it's pretty. We're pretty. I think things are going well right now, so
Yeah.
we're able to get the video um, working for tonight. So, what's going on?
Not so
How's,
much right now.
I'm a little under the weather this whole weekend. I've been kind of sick, so
I'll
just
feel better.
thank you. I'm just cold. I have a cold,
Yeah.
and but yeah, things are good. We're just doing my thing and just trying to. We've been revamping the site lately, and just trying to get through the next few months until to the end of the summer when a lot of new things come out. Have you guys seen a lot of movies lately or anything good?
We saw Mad Max last weekend.
What'd you think of that?
I thought it was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Andrew did
Yep,
too.
it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Really,
yeah.
that's all I can say about it.
That's the vibe that we've been hearing around town. That it's the movie of the summer. It's gonna be a lot
Yeah.
of pretty hard to. It's kind of setting the bar for movies supposedly.
Absolutely.
I I am I haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing it soon. So, but yeah, it's a lot of good vibes around that movie right now. So, I've been kind of going back to some of the older versions. So I've been watching those because
Oh yeah.
it's been years before since I've watched any of them. So, and what else have I been doing? Just just not a lot of I've been kind of working around the house doing some stuff that's non game or video movie related. So I've been kind of just trying to play catch up around the house and doing some stuff for the family, and that's it. Just
Yeah.
what else? Catching up on all my TV shows, which I'm really excited about. I
Oh,
think
which one?
I'm all caught up with everything. Gotham, Arrow, Flash, Game of Thrones. I'm caught up to. Trying to think what
That's
else.
tonight.
Game of Thrones is on tonight.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to think of. Oh, the only thing I kind of just stopped was Agents of Shield.
Mhm.
I just kind of it fell off for me. So
Yeah.
what else? That's it, really.
Yeah. I mean, I've mostly been watching Attack on Titan, and it's pretty awesome.
That's like an anime thing, right?
Yeah. And Andrew and I took
An
a
anime
trip to the
thing.
Joker show the other day. It was pretty cool.
It's like Pokemon, right? Isn't that what anime is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally Pokemon.
Mhm.
The only anime I know is Korra. That's all I know.
That's not even. Oh, don't
Not
even.
anime.
Are you kidding me? Are you serious? You have to be joking right
All the
now.
anime freaks like freak out. That's not anime.
It's not. It's
Yeah, like the entire planet just
Nickelodeon.
picks up pitchforks.
It's the only quality anime that's out right now, in my
Okay,
opinion.
you're out. You're out of the podcast.
Hit the eject button.
Yeah. What else? Yeah, I've just been doing that. Just playing with my Legos lately. That's it. And
Mm.
trying to think. Yeah, that's it really. Nothing. It's really been slow the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Just trying to play. I've been playing Witcher 3,
How was it?
and it's fantastic, fantastic. I'm playing it on Xbox One. It's probably uh, one of my favorite games this year so far. It's
I
just one
want
of
to
those games that I've been really. It's very unlike me to kind of play a game and just like play nothing else but that game, and that's what I've been doing with this game. And I've been reading a lot of the storyline. The story's been keeping me into it. I played a little bit of the previous version, Witcher 2, A lot of people are comparing it to Dragon Age Inquisition. I think it's actually better than Dragon Age.
Really?
Yep. It's really straightforward. There's no multiplayer. It's just pure story, and but the story, the characters you really like care about. The writing is really good. The voice acting is amazing. I'm reading everything I pick up, like every book, every whatever on the wall. I'm just reading through all the text, and I'm just making important decisions. I'm just not picking things for the hell of it. I'm kind of playing the good route, the good guy route, which I never do with games. But I really care about the game. I really like it a lot. It's really good. Definitely check it out. I mean, most of the video game sites out there, but giving it pretty amazing reviews.
Awesome.
Yeah.
If you have an
I've never-
Xbox One or what's that?
I've never played a Witcher game in my life. Been meaning to. I'm just like, I don't have free time to play games. Like, if I could, I would, but I just can't.
Yeah, I played a little bit of The Witcher 2. Like I said, I played it on PC, and didn't really get through much of it. But I thought it was really cool. Really good game mechanics. Uh, Good story. The cutscenes are amazing. So this game is great, and um, supposedly I guess you're getting all the people are getting DLC for free. They're really cool with that. They're giving some of the I don't know. There's a little pamphlet in the game itself that I don't know if all the games get this, but maybe the people that pre-ordered it. But they're saying that pretty much all the DLC that's coming out, we get those for free. It's really unlike many game companies to do that. But yeah, I'm just playing. I'll keep you guys updated on that. But I'm really psyched on that game. Yeah, what's been going on with you guys? Anything good? Reading any comics lately? Any good
Yeah,
movies?
we went to the Joker Child yesterday, and Andrew, didn't you buy a couple Superman comics?
Yep. I picked up a couple of Superman comics myself. I'm a big Superman fan. In fact, I got right here Alan Moore's Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. Just a little background on it. This was the original conclusion to the Silver Age Superman story that was intended to be a what if Superman comics just were to cease to exist after Crisis on Infinite Earths, around the same time that John Byrne was working on his The Man of Steel reboot. And what the story served as a purpose is like just closure on the legacy of the Man of Steel. And it's interesting because as I was reading it, Superman totally murders a villain in the story, and I was kind of taken aback by that. Because here I've been hearing Superman never kills anybody. He's this like super Boy Scout, and here he just literally murders him. And he even says so. He goes, "Oh, I murdered this guy." And here I am. I'm just dumbfounded because like I've been told, "Oh, no, please."
Right.
Superman never kills anybody. You know, Man of Steel was so horrible because Superman never kills people. And like, and here I have proof in the Silver Age Superman of everyone's favorite Boy Scout, and here he is murdering people. Interesting. I always find it funny when I find little tidbits like that. Just
Yeah.
it's nice to do your research.
How old is this storyline, or is it a new storyline?
This is from 1986.
Okay, so
This was Alan
many-
Moore, like after writing Swamp Thing, old.
how many people does he kill in the book, or just one guy? Andrew, can you hear me?
I hear you now. Yes.
I'm sorry about that. How many people does Superman kill in the comic book, or just one? Is it one person?
He kills the one person, but a bunch of dudes die in the story. Lana Lang dies, Jimmy Olsen dies, Lex Luthor dies, Brainiac dies, Crypto the Superdog dies.
Oh, they killing everybody?
Pretty much.
Who's left?
Oh God. There was the Green Kryptonite Man. He died. The Justice League is still alive. Superman fakes his death. It was great. The amount of the body count in this story alone is absolutely insane.
Who's left to fight? That's it. That's funny.
The Justice League is pretty much left intact, like but without Superman. Like Batman and Robin, they're still
Yeah,
alive. Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, they're all still there.
right. I don't know. Whenever I think about Superman and we'll add Batman to this, the two main superheroes out there who are totally against killing people. I always feel that, in my mind, I always think of more of Batman, not about the kill factor, about him not killing people. I don't think of it as much with Superman for whatever reason. That's more of a personal thing. But I don't think it with Batman. It's just the way. Maybe because I follow Batman more. But it's not. I don't feel like it's so weird for Superman to kill somebody. Where I do look at Batman, if he kills somebody, it's a little odd, you know. Um, I don't, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's whatever you. It is what it is. It makes stories, and that's
Yeah, Batman
people.
has been like with every reboot in the DC universe, Batman's been pretty consistent with the no kill rule. But like with Superman, it always changes. Like John Byrne had him murder General
Yeah.
Zod, Alan Moore had him kill uh Jesus Christ, I can't even pronounce the name. It's like Mexi Zeppeltek, the fifth dimensional fairy. Like Superman killed people left and right in the 30s. Like it really just depends on the writer, you know. But like
Oh
with
yeah. I
every
mean,
reboot,
yeah.
it always changes things up. But the one constant that everybody remembers is the Christopher Reeve Superman, and that guy just didn't kill anybody.
No.
Like, so that's what everybody just assumes who Superman was. But there's really like 50, or like there's like 50 different Supermen. Like, you know, it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
hard to
George. Yeah.
pinpoint which is the specific Superman that's the base model. You know.
I was watching the '50s Superman last night, The Adventures of Superman with George Reeves, because you can catch it on TV now on
Nice.
one
What
of the
channel?
channels. It's called Me TV, METV. They play all
Hmm.
like old school. Every Saturday night they play. It's called Superhero Saturday. So what they do is they do like an hour of Adventures of Superman, the '50s one, with George Reeves. Then they do an hour of Batman and Robin, the '60s one. Then they do then they do the '70s Wonder Woman. They kind of go up. It's kind of cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and then
That's awesome.
they also do like old school Star Trek. Um, they do all different kinds of old school shows, all the way from I guess the '50s to Saved by the Bell, whatever. I know because that's the one they play too. But George, it's funny. I was watching Superman last night, and I've seen ones where they're the same show, but they kind of they must transition from black and white to color at some point or another within the show. And but it's really funny just watching him play Superman, and it's just the way he flies, and he jumps out of screen to make believe he's flying out of the screen. It's hilarious. You gotta check it out if you've never seen it. Can you hear me,
Yeah.
guys?
Well. Yep.
Yep.
Well, besides that, I also managed to pick up the collected volume for Superman Birthright, which is also a
Oh,
really
cool.
good read. If you've ever heard of it,
I've
kind of
heard of
like
Birthright. Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like a retelling of the origin story. After I forget which reboot it was, but yeah, basically kind of like goes back to the beginning and kind of reinvents the Superman mythos. And
Right.
honestly, like I'm not all the way through with it, but it's very much in line with what you would expect Superman to be like, but it's got more of what Man of Steel was actually going for, where he's not sure whether or not he wants to come out with his powers, and the fact that they represent so much more than just the man who can do anything. Like he's an alien. There's the idea that we're not alone in the universe. All that stuff. It's present in that story too, which is
Right.
nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was thinking before when you were talking about how Superman and Batman and who's killing who and the whole righteous thing, is that Batman? I always think Batman is more in control of things. In my where Superman is still like, even though he's in control, very powerful, he just does. It depends on the writer. He just does things, and sometimes he makes mistakes. Uh, I don't know. I just don't feel like that with Batman at all, and I think, like you said, it comes down to the writer, obviously, who's writing the story. Um, and everybody talks about that Man of Steel scene at the end of the movie, and they like they boycott the movie, or this is not how it's supposed to be. It doesn't really matter to me. I thought it was still a good movie. Um, but yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
Now go ahead with what?
No, you're continuing on with Superman.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, I've been kind of like just going through, thumbing through a lot of like Superman comics, collecting them over the month, and
Right.
about him that's so, interesting. There's so much to talk about. Like, you can tell his origins 1,000 times, but there's always something else you can learn from it. There's always another way to kind of like take advantage of his character flaws and tell a new story. Like, you go through something like Whatever Happens to the Man of Tomorrow, where he's actually like torn by the fact that he broke his own rule, which is you can never kill anybody because killing is above moral rights of man, and therefore Superman is bound by that rule. So he kind of takes it personally. Then you got like Red Sun, where he's completely gone off the deep end because he's so obsessed with the Marxist policies and trying to create a perfect equal world that he even backpedals on everything that he stands for. There's like an infinite number of ways you can write the character, and there's really like nobody else I've ever even like heard of that you could manipulate so easily. It's really cool. Every time I pick up a comic book by him, I feel like I learned something new.
Nice. What do you guys? What do you think about? Well, just talking about Batman versus Superman. Do you think it's going to? We've heard so much about the beginning part of the movie, and about their rivalry in the beginning. And how do you think that's going? Do you think that's going to be a big portion of the movie, or you think that's going to? You think it's going to be like? Are they going to be fighting the whole movie, or is it going to be kind of a half the movie, or the half team up at the end? Or I mean, is it going to be a buddy movie by the end of the movie, or is it going to be, or at the very last 10, 15 minutes they kind of team up?
If you're asking me, I guess I would say that like it's going to be at least 2/3 of the movie is going to be dedicated to that kind of like back and forth power struggle between the two, because it's like what's going to be, this is what's driving the movie. Like,
Yeah.
you've got like a demigod who is benevolent yet can flip at the turn at the flip of a switch. He can kind of turn from good to bad. Then you've got the guy who has the power to take him down, but is smart enough to know that this force of power is also like a good thing.
Right.
It's gonna at least drive most of the movie, but there's going to be more to it than this simple Batman versus Superman angle. I mean, we got Lex Luthor thrown into the mix, so something is going to come of that, and that's going to be what ultimately binds them together, and realize that there's something bigger than the petty squabbles between them.
He's gonna be stirring up the. He's gonna be trying to get them to. He's gonna get them all worked up too. He's probably not gonna make it easier either, Lex Luthor. So, he's probably gonna be like pitting them against each other in some fashion. I could just see it.
Yeah, I can see a lot of like political struggle between him and Batman, and just trying to, just using like the media against Superman to kind of like egg at Batman's ego, because he's seasoned at this point. He's a veteran of the streets. He knows a vigilante and a criminal when he sees them. And Lex can totally play him because he's very subtle that way. He's always been subtle that way. Comic books, TV shows, anything, especially movies too. The Superman movies, he was incredibly cunning, and he was always using people to his advantage. That's one of his key character traits.
Yeah, when you're when we're comparing these movies, I'm going to compare Batman versus Superman and the upcoming Suicide Squad. It seems like we haven't seen much of Batman versus Superman, other than that 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 trailer, whatever you want to call it. Some of the costumes, not much in the way of that. And then we look at Suicide Squad, where we've seen so much. We've heard so much. They've let out the cat out of the bag. You think it's too much on that end, or too little on the other end, or
Yeah,
you think
pretty
we've?
much.
It's like almost like with the Suicide Squad. I'm like I've seen so much now. It's like, and I'm kind of like very divided. If like so much going on, so much. Now we know what the Joker sort of looks like. We know the main cast, and we know all the stuff. They're letting the cat out of the bag before even showing a trailer
Yeah.
of the movie. What do you think? Do you think they have some kind of? I mean, are they showing us stuff? It's almost to the point where I feel like they're showing us fake stuff, but they're not.
Not even that. I just feel like there's no element of surprise to anything with Suicide Squad now.
And you could see that it's like it's night and day compared to the two movies.
Hmm.
I mean, we saw the footage of whatever it was with Batman, and he's chasing after the Joker in the car, and all this stuff, and it's like we're knowing too much about this stuff, and it's like, do you like seeing that kind of stuff, or do you like to be more kept in the dark of things? This
I
goes to
mean,
either one of you guys.
What do you think, Tess?
I mean, it can kind of go both ways, but at the same time, you don't want to give away too much, you know? But I don't mind seeing a whole bunch of stuff regarding to a film that's coming out, but at the same time I don't want to like go in knowing absolutely like everything about like a character design, for example. You know, I'd kind of I mean, I'd like to be surprised when I see it.
I think the way they're handling Star Wars, how J.J. Abrams is handling Star Wars, he's doing that pretty well. I
Yeah.
think they're giving us enough. They're giving the public what they want to see. They for the trailer too, they gave all the fans what they wanted to see. You know, we saw a little bit of here, a little bit of that. Um, we're seeing some photos here and there. They're talking about it. Uh, I think that's the right amount of stuff. And then you see Batman versus Superman, and it's just like very vague. Uh,
Mhm.
the trailer was, I don't even know if it was a trailer or not. It was hard to see. I didn't know what was going on. It was hard to. Personally, I was watching it, and I didn't think it was horrible, but I didn't think it was that good of a trailer because I just didn't understand what was going on. It was hard to see stuff. Uh,
Yeah, but I
then you
kind of
look,
think that's the point.
yeah, I probably obviously, and then you look at Suicide Squad, and it's just like so much, and I don't
Yeah.
like that at all. And I think the way they're handling Star Wars is perfect.
I'm
I
still
think
gonna
that
see Suicide Squad, but at this point I'm a little turned off at like a lot of what they're doing. And
oh yeah,
I'm not trying to like rant and
I
say
think
like, oh, well, you know, I don't appreciate like the direction they're going in and everything, because it's not the case. I do respect like the direction that David Ayer's going in with it all, but at the same time, I don't know, maybe I just don't get it. Like, I really don't like how they're portraying Harley. I
I
figured
think the
she'd be a
casting
little
is
more
great. Yeah,
badass looking and not like what is with the hair? I don't know.
I think the casting is weird. Even though
It's
we
not
could
even the
say,
casting. Like the girl could probably kill it as the role. It's just like the way she looks right now. It's not what I expected from her character design. Like I was expecting her to be a lot more badass, and I miss
yeah,
like the classic like red and black hair that she had, and like because that's very Harley. Like if you see the red and black colors, it's automatically associated with Harley Quinn.
I think when
Oh
I look
yeah.
at the cast and when I look at the photos or the makeup that I see, I think it's good for a certain type of um, thing. Like when I see that kind of makeup, I think, okay, that's what I would see on the Arrow or the Flash or
Yeah.
Gotham, and that's good. I mean, that's the Arrow. Those are all good shows. I love all those shows. But when you're talking about feature film, movie theater, making billions of dollars, or- I don't. I look at that. Is that the qual? I mean, that's a different quality you're expecting, and
I
I don't
mean, like
see that in it.
the only thing I can say that I do appreciate about like some of the character designs, I mean, especially for like, the Joker and Harley Quinn, like it does give them like a younger appeal and it makes them look young, which is nice. I mean, you always want to look young, but that's
Think
really
about
the
what.
only thing
Yeah.
going for it.
Like when we heard about Heath Ledger becoming the Joker, before they really showed much, people were really people were down on it. Nobody understood it. But then you saw him for the first time, and you might have heard. I forgot when the first time we actually fully saw him and heard him. Um, People are like the Jared Leto thing. I don't know. I don't. I like Jared Leto. I think I'm still conflicted with the way he looks, but I think he's an amazing actor.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I
You're not
thought I would.
sold?
I thought I would like the look of his Joker with the short hair and the very bright green hair. But now I'm from some of the shots I've been seeing lately, the footage. I'm kind of a little scared now
I mean,
about it.
I think he could do a good job because he is a good actor, like you said, and I mean, he could probably do a really good job as playing the role of the Joker, and just like a little still thrown off about those tattoos.
I thought those tattoos were not supposed to be there. Now they're supposed to be there, and now I'm really.
Yeah, and I think that's what what's throwing everyone off is like these subtle changes to certain character designs that we're just not sure.
I wish they would just keep the Joker the way the Joker is in the comic books,
Yeah.
or like Heath Ledger, amazing Joker, hands down. There was things I didn't. It was hard for me to get used to with his Joker, just the way he looked, the hair. But overall, he did a great job. I'm having a hard time visually looking at the Joker right now, the new Joker.
I mean, I can understand like why he would want to stray away from like the original comic book designs because it's something different. It's like new and like I respect that. I do. It's just that, like certain things though, like why? Like why incorporate certain things into like the character designs that don't have to be there? Like what is the necessity of the Joker having tattoos? I mean, I don't know.
He's never had. I mean, really. I mean, maybe there's that one issue, whatever. He had tattoos, but that's I don't even know. It's not even irrelevant. But it's the tattoos
Exactly.
he has on his body are like it's those tattoos always are going to be there, pretty much. So we're going to
Hmm.
expect to see that in all the films now, unless he gets them
Yeah, I don't know.
removed somehow or whatever. I mean, this is the Joker that we're going to be stuck with for the whole DC universe now.
I don't know. Andrew, what do you think?
Going back to what you guys were saying before, there's a lot of like this outdoor footage that we've been seeing a lot. Like a lot of people have been saying, obviously you guys are in the majority here, saying that they feel like we're seeing too much and that there's really not a lot of like security and we're getting too much information. But the production crew has been very open about allowing people to kind of view and film a lot of the outdoor footage that they've been doing, because when it comes to like the public kind of scenery, they're not trying to restrict people, and it
Yeah,
works
but
Yeah.
very well in their favor for them because this is free publicity for them. We've got Batman. We've got the fact that Batman's cowl allows his neck to move. We've got the badass Batmobile. We've got we've got the Joker's Lamborghini. We've got the Joker. We've got Harley. We've got the Suicide Squad on set. We're basically getting
Yeah.
enough of a glimpse to kind of freely advertise just what we're getting into, and we've only really seen maybe 2 to 5 minutes of the movie. Tops.
Andrew, I'll give you 2 seconds back. I just want to say, here's the question I have about that: is that we're talking about Batman here. Does Batman need any more publicity than he already gets? I mean, the
Yeah.
people are gonna see the movie. It's not like we're talking about a new superhero nobody's heard of before. I mean,
I didn't catch that. What did you say?
I'm sorry. Does it need? Do they need to give any publicity? It's like saying Star Wars. People are gonna see Star Wars regardless. It's a Batman movie. People are gonna see Batman regardless.
Absolutely need publicity for Batman at this point because everybody has been critical of casting Ben Affleck and everybody has been die-hard curious about how this suit is gonna play out in the real world. We've had rumors that the fact that we're gonna get an adjustable cowl. We were getting rumors that it was an authentic comic book suit. We were getting rumors that it was gonna be muscle tone. We were getting stunt doubles for Ben Affleck, and now we've seen that it's pretty much Ben Affleck in the suit, and the suit is designed to allow horizontal movement of the neck, which is something that it's taken 8 Batman movies to get so far. Okay? 8 Batman movies, and now we're finally getting a Batman that can turn his head. That's huge for some people. It's huge for me because to me that's a Batman that is significantly more realistic. Batman's not a robot, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm excited.
Yeah. Batman
I have no problem with the way Batman looks.
The thing is, yes, you don't have a problem with that, but you are not the only person on the internet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The biggest thing about this sequel has been, are we going to get an honest-to-God Batman? Because everybody's been torn. Everybody remembers the classic Michael Keaton, and they love it, but they don't think it's accurate to the comics. There's the Christopher Nolan Batmans that everybody loves, but there are some people who don't think it's accurate to the comics.
Right.
People are very, very critical of their Batman because Batman is probably the most revered superhero on the planet.
Yeah.
He needs this publicity, and the fact that he's being incorporated into the movie is not going to be held down very tightly for very long. And the fact that we have confirmation, and it's all been user-generated by fans and people who are just on the set filming, that is a win-win for us and for the production company because they're getting free, positive publicity. Okay. The only people who are really upset about the movie are obviously like people like you guys who are like, oh, we don't like the costumes that much. All we've really seen is a still photo. We haven't seen anything in action yet.
I don't have...
And that's going into saying a lot of the costumes, like, I mean, I know people who like their comic books, and I'm not that familiar with how some of these people look, and a lot of people are divided on the Joker, but really, I mean, he looks like he was taken right out of Alan Moore's The Killing Joke, with that neon green hair and that pale, bleached white skin.
Yeah.
The tattoos, obviously, are a different aesthetic, but in terms of, like, the hair, I mean, he literally looks like he was ripped out of the comic books. Which is what I think is nice about that for a change.
I'm not trying to hate on the costumes at all, like, that much. It's just, like, especially, like, for Harley's, it's just, I like the costume, but not for her. And as far as the Joker is concerned, I think he looks fine aside from the tattoos, because I just don't think that the tattoos are necessary.
No, absolutely. But I mean, when I said earlier that we've got like 50 different Supermen, I mean we've got like 50 different other like Jokers and stuff. And when you come down to a comic book writers are constantly changing the formula of how these characters act, behave, and look. And obviously the filmmakers are going to take advantage of that same privilege. So until we can get like an honest to God perception, I'm gonna hold my reservations only because all I can go on is a still image. Of course, like everybody has their right to be kind of like turned off by certain aspects. I'm not like a huge fan of the tattoos myself, but when it comes down to it, I mean, all it is a detail, and details, you know, they come and they go.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm trying to hate on like any like kind of like tattoo anything. I just didn't think it was necessary for the Joker, if that makes sense.
It's like
makes perfect sense.
You know,
there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. I just feel like there's two sides to the argument, you know.
Yeah.
If I wonder if it's the tattoos we originally saw or the new tattoos. So. You know what I'm saying? The first set of tattoos we saw that had the ha ha ha, or are they gonna be? And then they said those weren't real. Now they're saying they're real again. And are they?
When it comes to all these DC movies, I'm not taking any of these information when people say, "Oh, it's real or not." There's not one asshole who's on the internet who's just making up everything he can, and everybody believes it because they would be silly to not report it, which is just unreal because he's just making stuff up and none of it's true. He has nothing to back it up. He's always proven wrong, and yet everyone still holds on to what he has to say. It's pathetic. And I mean, okay, I'm pretty sure, I don't remember what it was. I think it was the more real Curse by Skyder. He had tattoos, and I think this one was different. So hear me out here. I think he carved them into his body, which I think would be a way better alternative for the Joker having tattoos than having them kind of inked, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, because that's a little more... I don't even know the right word to describe it, but I feel like that's definitely a little bit more of a Joker.
That makes more sense.
It's psychotic and it's anarchistic because he's not about following the rules.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously Jared Leto's not that method that he's going to carve into his own body.
Yeah, no.
I mean, once he starts putting like Lil Wayne tattoos or teardrops underneath his eye, I mean,
God.
What's the point of that?
Oh, boy.
And I never really thought those were tattoos. I always thought those were freckles. I never knew those were tattoos. I guess you learn something new every day. Thank you, Billy, for that.
I used to have a tattoo like that. It was sad. My emo days.
Yeah.
I used to have the hair.
I promise I'm gonna stop harping on this, but I think a lot of people are just kind of gonna get over the small stuff as soon as they're confident in his ability to portray the Joker. If that makes any sense.
He did a really good job.
Like, I have my confidence in it because I know Jared Leto is an incredibly talented actor, and I know he's going to do a good job, but doing a good job as the Joker is different than playing the Joker. And if he can play the Joker really well, I think everything that everybody's kind of disturbed about, they're just going to it's just kind of going to grow on us as soon as we are confident in his ability to play the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll trump everything else. The people will forget about everything.
The only thing I'm really looking forward to in the movie is Enchantress.
Who?
Enchantress.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that familiar with Enchantress.
Well, I'm not either, but I know her character is played by Cara Delevingne, and she's a very talented actress as well, so I know that she could freaking kill it.
That's true.
How much
her costume design is pretty great. I mean, that's something I'm really excited to see. I'm excited to see more of her. And I know I wish they would show us more, like, pictures of other cast members, like, aside from Harley and the Joker. And I know they're both the most popular, but I want to see everyone else.
The Batman scene with Joker and Suicide Squad, is that supposed to be a flashback scene? Or is that do we know that yet or no?
No, we don't know anything yet. I mean, okay, David Ayer today, he went on Twitter and he said that we survived the streets, basically saying, like, we're done filming publicly, and now we're going to go dark, meaning that the rest of the movie is going to be on sets now and stuff. So we're going to see a lot less leaked footage, obviously, because they're going to be behind closed doors, but he did go out and say all the surprises are left intact, which means we've got obviously a whole lot more coming to us than just Batman on top of a Lamborghini.
That's a little more reassuring now.
Oh, I have complete faith in David Ayer. David Ayer directed Tess, you saw with me, Fury, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But what I was saying before, I think this Batman scene, I don't think it's a flashback, but my hunch right now, I think it's just the opening car chase. I mean, that's my hunch right now.
That's how Joker he gets Joker and they arrest Joker at that point, and that's how it goes.
I can see it kind of fitting that way.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's anything I'm interested, if there's anything that's exciting me about this movie, I mean, I can't wait to see Harley because I know Margot Robbie is like perfect for the role.
Yeah,
and I just really like Harley, and I can't wait to see her smack shit with a baseball bat. I just can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, Margot is a really good fit for Harley Quinn, and that's the only real aspect of Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad that I'm excited to see, in a way, if you know what I mean.
It fits into the rest of the movies in the franchise and all the Batman vs Superman and all the other ones. I wonder where it's gonna all fit in.
Yeah.
Glad to see that. Cool. Cool. Very nice. Talking a lot about Superman and Batman's. I like it. Um, any last thoughts about all that stuff, guys? Before we move on?
No, I'm good.
No, I said my
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else is good going on? Any what's the next convention is on the horizon, guys?
We're looking at Anime Next, which is actually next week or in 2 weeks, I should say.
You know what I
Um,
read? Yeah.
and then after that, I think New Jersey Comic and Anime Con, which is in Morristown. And for those that don't know, Anime Next is in Somerset, New Jersey. Yeah, so those are the next two. New Jersey Comic Anime Con, I think, is on the 27th of June, I believe.
I read today that talk about conventions that E3, the big video game convention that's for press only. This will be the first year that they're going to let in a certain percentage of the public.
Oh, really? I didn't know
They're,
that.
supposedly it's like somewhere between. I mean, it's a lot. Four to 5,000 public in.
That's awesome.
And the way they're doing that is that it's I guess in the past they have let public in to a certain degree, somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000. You had to buy a ticket and stuff like that, very expensive ticket. But supposedly the people, the exhibitors and the press and the people that are in the industry, they're going to be giving those people extra tickets to hand out to whoever they want, and that's how they're going to be bringing those people in. So
That's pretty cool.
I guess it's going to be interesting to see how many people are going to be. It's going to be packed. I mean, it's usually
Yeah,
always
definitely.
packed. But
I'm kind of glad that they're going, straying a little farther away from the exclusivity of it all. That's really nice.
yeah, it's different. It's cool. I'd be excited to see. Uh, Interesting to see how it goes. I mean, and 2017, 2016. I think that's when the lease their contract is up for Los Angeles for E3. So I'd be interested to see where they move after that.
My guess is probably either going to be Chicago or New
I'm
York
thinking
City.
Vegas. I think they might go to Vegas, but
Vegas.
Only
Why
because I
Vegas?
know that like C2E2 is always held in Chicago, and that convention's huge. And so is E3, so I think it would make sense, if they went to a huge convention center like the one in Chicago.
why I say Vegas is because a lot of Vegas is a home for a lot of big conventions, stuff that we might not hear about, but big.
Oh yeah, like trade shows and all.
Yeah,
That could
really
be a possibility.
big.
I could see it in
Yeah.
Vegas as well.
And it's probably a little bit cheaper to do it in Vegas too.
Yeah, that's true.
But it'd be great to
Plus,
see it
it's
in New
kinda
York.
close.
Wouldn't it be great to see it in New York?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. I think it used to be. I think originally at one point it was in New York for a brief period, but I could be wrong. But it's been going on for
Yeah.
like 20 years now. Cool. Cool beans. Trying to, yeah, just like I said earlier in the top of the show that we're doing some changes to the site. I've been doing little things here and there. Doing that up. We doing that, changing the site up, doing some new features on the site, some new areas we're working on. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else you guys want to add before we close out?
I'm pretty good.
No, I've sang my heart out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Where's Dave tonight? Is he sleeping?
I don't know.
or
I
something?
asked you that, and no one answered me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, I bet his room was messy, or maybe he had too many blow-up dolls laying on the floor again.
Maybe it's hockey night.
Yeah.
Hockey's over. Maybe it's not over. I have no idea.
It's never over for Dave.
Yeah, I know.
If
Or
it's not hockey,
wrestling or
it's.
something.
Well, let's talk about wrestling here. Steven and Mel, what do you think?
Oh yeah.
It's the real deal. This is real. This is
This is the only
legitimate.
time I'll ever watch wrestling, guys.
Are we gonna go? We're gonna watch this or
Everybody's
what?
on it.
Are you
Wrestling
excited?
might
Andrew?
actually be interesting for once.
Yeah, very interesting.
It's funny because it's gonna be the first time that you guys watch wrestling, and it's gonna be the first time that Dave actually might watch
Excuse me,
Steve.
it's not going to be the first time I've watched wrestling. I've watched it before, and it was quite brutal for me because I was really bored.
We're not talking about KY Jelly Mud Wrestling here. Okay?
No,
We're talking about
I'm talking about real wrestling.
Jello
I used
wrestling.
I
no,
used to watch wrestling when I was younger.
Billy,
when
I
I
thought
was
this
in, like,
was
middle
a
school.
family show.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll cover up.
Oh, there goes the lightning alarm.
All right. Well, thanks for joining tonight, guys.
Last
We'll
time I
continue-
saw wrestling, I was back in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
8th grade.
Yep, 8th grade. And then after that, I was like, why am I watching a bunch of sweaty men touch
Yeah,
each other?
I mean, like, I dated somebody who was, like, super into wrestling, and I'm just like, what the like, really?
Yeah, I never understood that either.
Yeah, I don't
So-
understand it.
After
If I
like
wanna
I
s-
started noticing that like they weren't actually hitting each other, I was like, it was hard to not see it, you know.
I mean, if I just want to watch sweaty guys, I mean, I could just watch Andrew.
That's true.
You're
you don't need
lucky.
to watch wrestling to enjoy a sweaty
If I
man.
want to see a bunch of sweaty guys in briefs, I'll go to my gym and hang out in the locker room all day.
Yeah, right.
But if you're lucky, sometimes you might see more.
Whoa! If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, get that soap drop out of your hand. wanna
Don't drop
bet-
the soap.
All right, guys, don't drop the soap tonight.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys next week for another episode of the podcast. Thanks for joining tonight, guys.
It was my pleasure.
Yep.
It's my pleasure. Don't forget to check us out online, comictrash.com. Follow us on Twitter at Comic Trash, Facebook, Comic Trash Media, and Instagram at Comic Trash. But thank you. This has been episode number 13. This is Comic Trash, the podcast. Have a great night, guys. Take care.
Good night.
Good night.